What's going on, guys? Everyday Gunpla here, and this has been a tough week for me. I was supposed to put this video out Monday. I got a little sidetracked, and then Tuesday, I got a really dreadful phone call. I lost one of my really good friends, someone I've known since I was in high school, a little bit before that, maybe, and it's just been very hard getting through this week. But putting this video out will make me push through some of the sadness, and hopefully I can, get out of this funk that I'm in right now. I mean, I know it just happened and I know I need to grieve and I'm grieving. So I'm not worried about that, but I just wanted to put this out because there just needs to be some joy, and it makes me happy putting these videos out for you guys. I'm going completely no script from here on out and all the way through 2026 and beyond. I don't need a script. I can say this from the heart. I can do all this from the heart. I know what I want to say. I don't need to look at something and read it and be like, oh yeah, just so I can like make you guys enjoy the videos on something else I just want to talk from the heart, and that's what I like doing with you guys. Jeremy was an awesome guy, a great father, awesome husband, and an all around good friend. And I'm gonna miss him a lot. And I know you guys don't know him. I know I'm not a big channel, and I just wanted just to tell you guys that if you guys are sick in any way, and he went into the hospital and he just never came home, but if you guys are sick in any way, please take care of your health. Take care of yourselves, take care of your bodies, take care of your minds, because there are people when you guys inevitably leave that will miss you, that you left behind. And I just really want you guys to just think about that sometimes. Think about that. There might be someone that, you're not getting better for, and they're going to miss you when you're gone, whether it's health, body wise, mental health, addiction, anything, like someone's going to miss you guys, and someone is praying for you right now. You know, I didn't get a chance to tell Jeremy goodbye, and that's I don't want to say sucks, but I don't know any other word right now to say that it sucks. It hurts. It hurts that I didn't get to say goodbye to my friend. It hurts that his children didn't get to say goodbye. His wife, his family, none of us got to say goodbye. He woke up at 3 a.m. having chest pains, and when he went to the hospital, he just didn't make it, and it's no one's fault. It's not really his fault. He was sick. It's life, and life sometimes just isn't fair to us. It's sometimes very cruel. It's unpredictable. It's unexpected. But life's also beautiful. And while you guys are still here, I want you guys to be beautiful too. And I want you guys to be better for the people that you care about and that care about you, whether that's losing weight, whether that's getting the treatment you need, whether that's talking to somebody. I just want you guys to remember that you guys are loved by people. Someone loved you enough to help you get to where you are in life. Some of us didn't have a lot of love, but then we met love later on, and it's tough. It's tough to live up to those expectations sometimes, but we got to do it. We got to do it together. We have to come together, and we need to talk about our feelings. We need to see those doctors. We need to go on those diets. We need to lose that weight. We need to get off those drugs. And we just got to take this stuff serious, guys, because at the end of the day, people do care about you, people love you, and people want you guys around. But that's all I got to say about that. And I really hope that you guys are here next year. I hope that I'm here next year to keep making these videos for you. So without further ado, let's get into this video. I decided to make an all pre-mixed video. That means everything I'm using in this video is all pre-mixed. You don't got to add thinner. You don't have to do anything. You shake the bottle up and you just go about it. And the brand I decided to go with today was a brand that I don't really see used by a lot of people. It's called Spaz Sitx PreMixed. Now, normally, from what I have gathered information on, this stuff is mainly used for RC cars, for model cars, planes. So I decided, you know what? I'm going to try this on some Gunpla. So I have in my possession today a Jaiba Zaku Warrior, which I got off AliExpress. I believe it was about $58. And I decided, you know what? I'm going to paint this. Now, the thing was, the color, the pre-color of this thing was really cool. It was a, looked like a Castasia green for it. It was cool. I mean, if I was just doing a review, I would have just left it the way it is. But actually, I was like, you know what? I'm going to paint this thing. This thing actually looks kind of sick. It was my first metal frame Zaku. So I was like, all right, let me try something different with this thing. I'm going to make this an episode for painting. And honestly, right now what I'm using is this emerald green. Oh my gosh. These colors are beautiful. I don't know. I don't know why more people don't use these on Gunpla. Maybe they do. I don't really know. I've never seen anyone pull these out and use them though. But right now I'm using an emerald green and it's beautiful. It's so good. It was the main armor for everything. I have another set of green as well. But yeah, this for the main armor, this stuff, oh my god, there is a subtle pearl to it. And you guys can see that, and you guys can actually see that right now. Actually, you can see that in the paint. A subtle pearl, and it lays so good. Oh my gosh. Excuse me. It lays so good. And I was like, man, this is dope. This is so dope. Just going through and painting all this stuff. Like, I was having a blast painting this stuff. And I can't even express how cool this stuff is. It was so nice that, like, I kept showing everyone in my house, like, guys, come look at this. Come look at this. And everyone's like, oh my gosh, this looks so cool. So I started out testing it out on spoons first, just so everyone could see it and stuff. And I was like, man, this is going to look awesome. So I decided to take the shield with this thing, mask it up, and then paint it some more of this emerald green, because I really wanted to get the shield incorporated in this thing. And the pre-mixed primer I'm using right now, this white primer right here, is called Alclad 2 Lacquer Premix White Primer. It's like $9 a bottle in store, but I think I found it online for $5. And honestly, it's actually a very good primer. If you're not really into mixing, and I know a lot of you guys are getting into paint and stuff that have been watching the channel lately, and it's intimidating and it's like, oh, this is kind of scary. So I decided I'm going to start doing these pre-mix videos. That's what I'm going to be doing a lot of my next content on, the next couple videos. I think maybe like 2 or 3, maybe 4 more videos. I'm going to start using more pre-mix, just so you guys have a platform to get into painting. Because I know that buying primer, buying lacquer or acrylic thinner, and buying the paint gun cleaner, and you have to go and you gotta get paint mixing cups, and you gotta get popsicle sticks, and you know, like, a lot of that is either, you know, you have to spend like maybe $40 to get to the point of pre-mixing. And I'm just trying to showcase that you can go out and buy a $5, $6, $7, $8 bottle of premix of a color you think is going to look good, and you can mix it up, or excuse me, you can shake up the bottle and throw it in Right now I'm using a chrome. This chrome sky blue is probably one of my favorite colors. I can't wait to work with this again in the future. It lays on silver, and then when you sometimes it'll turn a little bit of blue, but when you throw on the top coat activates it, which I think is probably one of the sickest things for paint. Like when you spray something down and then you put something on top of it and it activates a different color. Oh man, that stuff's so dope, guys. That stuff is just amazing. But again, back to what I was saying. So I'm doing these videos, these episodes when I'm gonna paint, next couple videos, just to show you guys like, hey, get a gun, get a compressor, like, which is not cheap. What I use is a standard auto compressor. So basically you can use it on cars, big cars and stuff like that, but it's just a mini version that's in my room. It's a quiet version. It's not one of the airbrush compressors, which you can use those. I just prefer something that I can adjust my PSI up really high in case I want to do something crazy. But other than that, anyways. So this entire video here is all pre-mixed. I think the only thing I had to mix up was the top coat, because I couldn't find top coat pre-mixed in any of my hobby stores. So I hope that that's not a problem for you guys, but look at the way this lays right here, this chrome first. I'm just trying to, show you guys that real quick. It's so satisfying to watch this lay down. But anyways, so this entire, I use 4 bottles of premix. I use the emerald. I use this. It's a bluish green color. You guys can see that in the beginning of the video. I forgot the name off the top of my head. I used a bright gunmetal, and then I used the sky blue chrome here, and it's all pre-mixed. I think I spent $4.50 a bottle, so around $15 for everything. Well, with the Alclad, that was like $9, so about $21, $22 for everything. As far as going just store to paint, you gotta pay for your gun and all that stuff, obviously. But as you guys can see, it's beautiful. I've had no problems laying this down. I'm still laying down the chrome right now. And as you can see, for these black pieces that come with the suit, this is just pre-made colors that are on the suit already. All I did was just spray the chrome over the black. So with chrome can be different. You can get different effects from chrome depending on what type of primer you use and depending on the type of chrome you have. So I don't know if it's going to make sense to you guys, but if you just spray chrome over a color, it'll just eat the color up. If you take like a primer, like a white primer or like a black primer, or green primer, or red primer, or something like that, and you spray it and you spray the chrome, you might turn the chrome a different color. Which white will be fine for this. So if you say you just want to spray your runners with some, or not your runners, your parts with some white primer, that's fine. But say you spray like a black, like here, you can see the chrome's a little bit darker now because I sprayed over the black. But I wanted that effect though. That I was going for that darker tone. So as you can see here to the left of my screen, if you look at all these other parts, they're a little bit, or not a little bit, they're actually a lot brighter than those parts over there to the right that are black. And that's because I put white primer on them first. But I was going for a darker effect. You guys know me, every time I paint, I have to throw in some brush painting. I love brush painting. I think brush painting is very personal for customizing kits, and I think it's very fun. It's therapeutic to sit there and hold something in your hand and take a brush and just stroke on an object and it changes a different color. And you're doing that. You know what I mean? Like, spraying is cool. I love spraying. I think it's probably my favorite thing about this hobby. But brush painting is just so... It's weird to say this. It's intimate to me. and you're sitting there like, man, this is awesome. You know, you're changing something from something to something else with your hands. You know, and yeah, you do that with the spray, but the paint is you. How you lay the paint down with the brush is all you. So if you screw up, that's you, you know, and it's just fun to do that. I like brush strokes. I like the bristles that are coated after you stroke a brush, and it's pretty cool. But anyways, as far as now in the video, this is me about to spray and lay down the gunmetal. I think Spaz has some of the best bright gunmetal on the market. And if you guys are looking for gunmetal that sticks out, but it's also subtle at the same time, but it's still bright enough that you can see it. Normally, if you spray gunmetal on something gray, it'll blend a little bit, if that makes sense, depending on how bright the gray is. But with the Spaz, it almost lightens the gray and it also adds the matte of the gunmetal. So you're basically getting pure gunmetal. Like when you think of gunmetal, this is what I think of when I think of gunmetal. Some people think of gunmetal, it's super dark. You put those on Ferraris and Lamborghinis and stuff. When I think of gunmetal, I think of this. This is what gunmetal looks like to me. Gunmetal is it's dark, but it's bright at the same time. And I feel like that's how gunmetal should be. I don't think gunmetal should be a matte black. Not a matte black, a matte gray. I don't think gunmetal should be that. I think metal is shiny. Most metals are shiny. So if you have something that's washed out with like a dark black or a dark gray, it's not flashy. And I feel like gunmetal should be a flashy color. Gunmetal should be something that says, look at me, but also I'm very stealthy at the same time, you know? And I know that's probably going to sound weird and contradictory to some of you guys, but I think this is what I just think that, I mean, look at it. Just look at it. You know, you can't help but stare at it. You want to look at this. You're like, man, this looks fire. This looks awesome. Like, I want to put this on everything. And it's just a nice, fun color to look at, even though it's gray. And I know that, like, that's not supposed to make sense in our brains. But with the brightness of it, I'm like, man, this looks awesome. I can stare at this all day. But anyways, here is the dual cut coat, Jesus, top coat that I use. And like I said, I had to premix that, but you can find premixed top coats, guys. I don't recommend using the stuff in spray bottles. I've seen, good God, I've seen so many horror stories on the Gundam Facebook posts, on the Gundam Facebook forums, Reddit, of how people blasted their Gunpla with PreMixed can Rattle spray top coat, and it destroyed their entire suit. And I'm thinking to myself, like, man, I don't know why people keep using this stuff. I'm not saying it's bad. I know there's people out there that can use it properly, but I don't know. I can't personally do that. I don't see myself using those colors, or using Rattle spray can top coat. I'll use Rattle spray, absolutely. But as for top coat, nah, it's just, I've just seen too many of you guys get your suits destroyed. I would freak out if I spent, it took me 55 hours to do this of paint time and prep and all that. Yeah. Plus assembly. If I wasted 40, 50, 55, 56, you know, not 56, but like 60 hours off of a spray can, I'm freaking out. That's just me. I chose these colors because I really like the way greens, you can use multiple different greens to come together. And also, I like the effect of the sky blue here. Like I said, you spray the top coat on this and the blue just popped. All these colors just went, in my brain, gunmetal, emerald, chrome, two different greens. It all just like, into that black, I left some of the stuff black. It just all in my brain, it all just meshed together. And I don't know, like I'm looking at it all right here, right now, and I'm like, man, I don't know if it's gonna look good. But once I started assembling the suit, it all just like came together. It all just melded, and like everything that I was thinking about, it just came together, and it was just like, oh, this is freaking cool. Right here, I'm showing you guys a little bit of the assembly, and look at this. Oh man, just look at that. The sky blue chrome, the 2 different shades of green, the gunmetal gray. This was probably my favorite suit I've painted so far. And Spaz. I'm sorry. I'm making myself laugh right now. But yeah, Spaz, this brand, absolutely 100% going to be using these guys in the future. If you guys don't know about this brand, go out to your local hobby store. I got these from Hobbytown in Geneva, Ohio. I'm about an hour away from those guys. But I encourage you guys to get out there and see what you guys can get from there. Now, there's going to be other paints you can get from your towns and your cities and stuff. I shop at Michael's. I shop at Hobby Lobby. There's also a couple of hobby shops in my town that carries their own type of paint and stuff. But I just happened to when I went out to Hobbytown, I just happened to see this stuff. And I'm like, man, I'm going to try this out one day. And here we are. Like, look at this suit. I feel like this could be in a Gundam show. I mean, there's some parts where I messed up. Obviously, the shield. I kind of messed up the shield a little bit. But other than that, I love it. I love this. And the waters, I guess my only gripe is the water slides really don't have a place. I can see why when you get this. So when you get this, you don't really get that many big water decals with it. And I see why, because the surfaces are all very curved, very small. It's a master grade, but it's tall. But it feels like the armor's compacted. I don't know if that's going to make sense to you guys. But throwing decals on, it's going to be a little bit of a challenge. And I put them, they don't give you this book. First off, the book sucks. 100% sucks. A lot of the stuff's out of place. They don't send you a corrected paper. You have to kind of figure out where parts go. And they don't have any decal art pages. So you have to kind of wing this. Which, if you've done this for a while, that's going to be easy for you guys. But you have to wing where you put water slides in this thing. So I guess a little side review for this. The book is terrible. It's atrocious. You guys will see. Amazing build. No issues with it. Nothing broke. Nothing flew. A lot of tiny pieces. So if you got big hands, beware. But the book, ass. 100% ass. If I was doing a review on this right now, I'd be tearing these guys apart. So my plans for 2026, no script videos, more pre-mix videos like this. And we're going to grow the channel some more. This year has been phenomenal outside of this week. So I apologize for the sad stuff, guys. I also would like to just thank everyone who comments and supports and gives me feedback, and people, all you new guys who are showing up and thanking me for showing you guys my painting videos and showing you how to get into painting and different painting techniques and stuff. And I know I'm a very unorthodox builder, and I know I kind of do my own thing. I kind of don't go I don't go against the grain when it comes to this stuff. But I appreciate you guys. I appreciate all the brand new viewers, all the brand new subs. If you do like the content, don't forget to like and subscribe. And I believe, I need to count, but I believe this might be build 60. If this is build 60, then I'm ending the year off correctly with my Gunpla. And my goal was for 60 builds. And I think I maybe have accomplished that with this. And honestly, I couldn't have asked for a better kit to express my love for this hobby with this year. Express my love for painting and express my love for creativity. And I hope I encourage you guys all to be creative in all of your builds and all of your endeavors if you get into this. I'll be making some LED videos at some point. But other than that, guys, thank you so much. And Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year's. I'm out.